Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. I have started a video tutorial series on PHP programming, and this is the part 4 of this tutorial series. And who are watching new in this tutorial series, you just watch my previous videos from part 1, part 2 and part 3, and after that you can continue with this part 4, so that you can learn step by step, and you can understand well the tutorial series on PHP programming. Okay, so in this tutorial session I'll discuss about PHP variables. Okay, so what are the variables? Variables are basically the container, and each programming has a concept of variables. So variables are used for storing data values, and it's a container for storing the data. Okay, so basically it's pointing to or referring to some memory location where the data is stored. Okay, so what are the variables? In a summary, it is the container for storing data, right? Okay, fine. Now I'll discuss about the rules for the PHP variables. PHP variables will have some rules to name the PHP variables. So what are those rules? The rules are, first rule is PHP variable must start with a dollar sign. Okay, so PHP variables starts with a dollar sign. Okay, this is number one, and number two is we need not declare the variable type when or we use the variable in our PHP programming. So the second point is we need not declare the variable type. Okay, so in other programming language, if you know the any of other programming language, you have seen that we have to declare the variables like integer or float or string or character, like those. So in PHP program you need not specify or define your variable type. Okay, you just take a variable name and you can just work with that variable. Okay, so you need not define the variable type. Okay, so that is number two. And number three is PHP actually automatically converts the value of its data. Okay, to any other data type. Okay, so PHP converts its data into other data types. Okay, so it converts data type of store of variable as per requirement. Okay, so these are the main three rules for PHP variables. So I think you have understood, right? Okay, fine. Now I'll discuss about the variable. I'll discuss about the data types in PHP programming. Okay, what are different data types exist in the PHP programming? So data types So how many data types are exists in PHP programming or PHP language? So first one is integer. So integer, as what is integer? Integer is a whole number, that is refer to whole number. Okay. And second thing, second point is second data type is double. So what is double? Double means floating point number. Okay, which is which having the decimal point. Okay, or which has the decimal inside the number. Okay, so this is the floating number. It is said floating point number. Number 3 is string. So this is a variable data types, and this is string, and the string are characters, actually the sequence of characters. It holds the sequence of characters. Okay, sequence of characters. Okay. Number 4 is boolean. So boolean means true or false. It's specify the condition, any condition is true or false, or any value is true or false. So it holds only two values, true or false. Okay, true or false. Only two values exist in boolean data type. Okay. Number 5 is array. So array is a data type in PHP programming. So it contains collection of data. So collection of data or values. Okay, it is called array. And number 6 is object. So object is a separate data type in PHP programming, which is basically the instance of program, and this is the defined classes also. Okay, so I can write instance of so it is this instance of programming defined classes. Okay, so these are the main data types which are important data types in our PHP programming. Okay, and there are other two types also, data types, but they are rarely used, but I'll just mention here, that are resource. And resource, what is resource? Resource holds the response to external resource. Okay, so it holds the response of external resource. Okay, number 8 is null. So null is separately a data type in PHP programming. So it actually holds no value or nothing. Okay, or which is undefined. Okay, no value initialized. Okay, so null are the variable which are undefined or no value is initiated or initialized. Okay, so these are the 8 types of data types are exist in PHP programming. So but mostly used are integer, double, string, boolean, array. So the and object, these 5 or 6 data types are used most in our PHP programming. Okay, so these are the data types, and now I'll give some examples of each which are basically used quite often. And number one is integer. So if I write I am going to my program, PHP program. So here I am just removing this part, and I'll declare a variable of integer type. So how I can write the PHP program? I can write the PHP program and I can initiate a value for PHP variable. So I'm writing first integer type variable, and I am storing a value in the variable. So how I can do that? I'll show you. So as I said earlier, PHP variable starts with a dollar sign. Okay, so dollar number, my variable name is a number, and I am putting here 10. So by this line this variable is declared, and as well as it is initialized with the value 10. Okay, so when a variable is declared, as immediately I am assigning a value 10 inside the variable. Okay, so number variable is now holding the value 10, that is the integer value. Okay, so like that double, so if I put a decimal floating point number, so I am just writing float, the variable name is float, and I am writing here 20.67. okay, this is the floating point number, and I can name it anything apart from float, whatever I wish. Variable name is I can write anything for variable names, but this is the floating number. Okay, so this variable is holding the floating or double floating point number. Okay, so this is the double type double data type. Now I am assigning a variable of string data type. Okay, now the string data type, let's say data, I am giving the variable as data. So I am assigning this is our program. So any sequence of characters is called string. So we have to mention the string inside the double quotation both sides. So this is a string, and I am assigning this in this variable. So this is a string data type. Okay, so in this video I have shown you 3 types of data, how we can initialize, and what are the different types of data I have discussed, and what are the variable rules I have discussed. Okay, I am coming with my next video, next tutorial, with the rest of the things I will discuss, and I will give an examples. Okay, so that's all in this tutorial session. I'll coming with the next part of this tutorial, that is part 5. Keep watching all the videos from the start to end to get your learning in detail. And if this video is helpful for your learning, just give a like so that I can understand also. Just